All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa. We truly appreciate you guys visiting. Of course, we want you guys to subscribe to this channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and, of course, the like button as well. And, of course, you can make comments. This interview is going to be amazing. We're at the Sanctuary Mandela here in South Africa, and we're having a great interview with Mr. Will Cobb Jr. He's giving us some insights. He's an alpha man. Like I said again, he's from Chicago. We're going to have a great time. So we want you to stay and watch this video. We'll see inside. All right, guys, we are a member of the African Tourism Association, and you can too. Visit the website so you can get more information. And then, of course, we still have our real estate tour going on, and we want you guys to be involved. So you can go to our website, The Real South Africa, and sign up there. Now, we have arrived. We're at the Sanctuary Mandela. This place is amazing. This was a place where Nelson Mandela lived a little while, and then they turned it into a boutique hotel. And we're bringing it to you now because we're going to obviously be doing our Sunday brunch here. Some of you guys don't know, but at this location, they do have a very nice Sunday brunch, and we're going to get into that. But this right here is an epic location. They've totally revamped the entire place just to kind of bring you a feel for, just another feel for Nelson Mandela and some of the things and some of his accomplishments, and of course, his importance here in the Republic of South Africa. So as we are kind of taking you through, we just want you to see some of the paintings that are on the wall. It's a very cozy place, you know. It's where he used to do a lot of meetings, and of course he lived there as well. So he received a lot of people there at this location. And of course, like I said, they've totally revamped it. I don't think it looked exactly like this when he lived here, but of course, you know, with the foundation that he ultimately has, the Nelson Mandela Foundation, they decided to open it up for everybody, make it a warm space, and at the same time, you get the opportunity to see, you know, some of his artifacts, some of the pictures, and so forth. And so our time there has always been great. It's a place where you can go and just relax. Like I said, it only has a few rooms, but you can relax and so forth. But I will tell you, you know, working with us, the Real South Africa, we can assist you in getting, you know, a stay at this location. We do have a relationship with them, and we want you guys to be able to take part of it, even if you're in South Africa as a South African, or a foreigner, or somebody who's coming here as a tourist. Just reach out to us. It's a great place, and I think when you get there, you'll feel relaxed because they want it to be like a sanctuary, you know, a place where you can go and reflect on your thoughts. So, and like I said before, they do have a great kitchen, and Nelson Mandela's personal chef is there as well. And a lot of the things that they cook are done, or excuse me, grown right there on the premises. So as she's probably explaining, you know, how she cooks the food, we were just there. And they have a jazz set every Sunday. All right, guys, so just stay with us as we are getting ready to have a conversation with Dr. Will Cobbs out of Chicago. A great interview. He's an alpha man. He's a Morehouse man. So he's going to have a lot to present. I think that his insight from his perspective is profound, and I think we all need to take a look, you know, and listen to what he's saying, and we all need to start visiting South Africa more often. So without further ado, here's the interview. All right, guys, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa, and I'm currently sitting here in Johannesburg at the Sanctuary Mandela on a nice Sunday, with the weather being nice, and we just happened to run across this brother. Tell him who you are. Tell him the deal. What's the deal?
I am Will Cobbs. I live in Chicago.
You kept saying that earlier.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
Yeah. I'm not from Chicago. I'm actually from Florida, but
Really?
I'm from a small town in Florida called Gifford, Florida. But I have been in South Africa for the past 2 weeks and just enjoying myself. I've been posting on social media, but today was incredible because I'm sitting at the hotel, this boutique hotel that I'm staying at called Sanctuary Mandela, getting ready for jazz brunch after a nice massage.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that.
You got to, brother. Then I look up and I see Dr. Tasha Blanton, who I follow with her husband, as you know, Mark Blanton, YouTube, The Real South Africa, and I couldn't believe it. I was at a loss for words, and that usually doesn't happen with me. But yeah, brother, I definitely was, because I'm leaving tomorrow night to leave home to go back to my country.
Okay.
But I'll be back in Africa, which is my home, and I'm going to claim that. But no, just man, it's just an exciting time to actually see you and Dr. Tasha, because I watch you all religiously. I have everybody that I know, my family members, friends, watching The Real South Africa, because we need to be trying to get ourselves educated and, dispel all the myths that a lot of Black Americans may have about Africa. And you all are doing a great job. You all are very integral to us who have been exposed to help some other brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for all the praise. And like I said, we obviously didn't have to do this, but we feel so passionately about what we're doing, and we want people such as yourself to see our videos, see our content, and pop up in South Africa to be part of all of this.
Yes. I mean, it has been amazing. I really want my family and friends to understand how beautiful this country is, and it's hard when you are just showing pictures or perhaps short videos. And so the resource that The Real South Africa has been you all, can get subscribers that are close to me who can sort of, you all demonstrate through all of the, travel experiences that you all have in the country. It gives an opportunity for my family and friends to say, I didn't know this was that, because they can hear me talk about it, because I travel a lot, so they're kind of always used to me, kind of getting tired of me. But then they can go to you all and just check it out.
Well, I think even what you're saying now is going to impact on somebody that you don't know. Because I didn't know who you were until just recently. Really, I didn't know who you were, and there are tons of people out there who who don't know who you are, but will see this and be like, you know what, that dude from Chicago, by way of Florida, has really struck a chord with what I'm saying. So, in particular, what is it that you feel is effective as far as what we show in our videos?
I can say it is the experience of seeing and showing South Africa in a way that doesn't feel like it's such a cultural drop-off from what the comforts that we are used to in America, and yet it's still balanced with the kind of people who, I'm going to just say, majority Black in places and spaces, and they're respectful and kind one toward another. That doesn't always happen in our country. And I think for me, and and I'm 55 years old. I'm like,
I'm with you.
Blackety black. Morehouse man, alpha man. I'm Black American.
So you school days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, brother. They actually filmed that my freshman year. So yeah. So I come from that era. But yeah, I shout out to Morehouse Spelman, A5A.
You got to do it, man.
But yeah, my experience, the way that you all show Africa is in a way I think that dispels, like I said, a lot of the myths, a lot of the misinformation that media, I think intentionally gives Black Americans. And so now we're able to go to The Real South Africa and see, people who look just like us from America and in Africa living in a way that we are accustomed to in America, or that we aspire to live as. So I think that is the true value of what The Real South Africa does, and it is what it has done for me. It makes my job easier trying to get my folks to come here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I do like the fact that you brought up the alphas. I know I do, because I remember when we went to the unveiling of the you might not know the King. Then you do know.
I was there.
Man, I was there too.
Okay.
I was there. I was super proud. They gave us the white hats, and they gave us those hats, and I was just super proud. And I was, at the time, I was part of the Secret Service. I was working that day.
Okay.
So remember when we had all the acts that were singing and things like that, and then they kind of, and then you may have, I don't know if you saw it, but Obama pulled up with his family, and they looked at it by themselves, and they had it on the big screen, and we over there tripping like, wow, this is crazy. This black president is on the National Mall.
Right. ...
Yes,
sir.
And then once he left, and then we were able to go and spend some time. But I know the Alphas had a lot to do with that project.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that's massive.
It is.
So I'm giving y'all guys praise.
Yeah, brother.
Every time I run across one, that's the first thing I say.
That's the first thing you think of, right? I mean, we do a lot of firsts since we are the first.
Okay.
But no, man, just getting back to South Africa, I would love for, when I checked in here last week, I had on my, actually it was 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago Sunday. The time just flies.
Yeah, it does here, especially here. Yeah.
And I had on my Morehouse tracksuit, and the manager immediately knew.
Dimitri.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Dimitri.
You know Dimitri.
Of course he did.
He immediately knew Mark, and he was just like, I would love for you to get some of your Morehouse brothers or, your Spelman sisters to come. And I was thinking...
You're doing it now, actually.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
I'm doing it after that. Yeah. But yeah, right. So, but man, it's just the camaraderie, the family, the sense of community that you feel just based on where the African diaspora may exist throughout the world. And you come here and there's a clear understanding and respect and really desire for us to come back to the motherland that I can't overstate.
Yeah.
Because there's a knowledge of how rich the diaspora is.
Yeah.
It's an awareness here. I think that really just beckons me. It's a way that I'm just like, wow, like this is what blackness is to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to say it.
No, I fully agree with you, and that's another thing that inspired us to continue to put the word out. I mean, I couldn't just keep this to myself, and I decided to put it out. And then, of course, you're here. Right now you're representing the Greek life. Here, so obviously all the Greek brothers need to come and get this experience.
Yes, sir.
And whatnot. And then, of course, we do have a role here, not only in South Africa, but I think in Africa we do have a role here. We just got to accept our role.
Yeah, that's it. We have to understand and accept it. And I think more than anything, since I've been here, the people that I've met, going to Soweto, going to Kruger, going to Cape Town, the people that I've met along that journey are just so warm. And I'm talking about in a span of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If I was just to sit and tell you everyone that I met, the things that they do, how they are immediately looking to see how my skill set or my purpose in life fits into what they're doing here is mind-blowing.
And we can assist.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We can assist.
Oh,
people.
Well, you've already assisted.
Yes.
With all these videos.
Yeah. And we're doing what we can. And some, obviously we got to go to these places and set things up. But at the end of the day, the average American can assist, or the average person in diaspora can assist here by just coming. Yeah. And just spreading their knowledge. Just having the conversation. Sitting across with somebody with some wine and talking about your experiences will motivate that South African to say, I talked to this brother from the U.S., from Chicago, and he told me this. So now it makes sense. I'm going to do that, because they look at us sometimes in that regard.
They do. And I think what's important for me, it's important is not even a good word. I think what is so increases my awareness of how rich the diaspora is and how rich we are in America.
Yeah.
Not with material things, capitalism. I won't really get into that.
Yeah,
but rich in spirit. Like I think the way that we came to America, the things that we are experiencing now that are finally being recorded on smart devices, has been our reality. And so through that reality, we really don't recognize how rich we are. Because we've been told otherwise and many times indoctrinated otherwise. But coming here, you can have a simple conversation and people immediately see your worth.
Exactly.
They immediately see your value. They immediately want to connect in ways that it still blows my mind. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still acclimating to that. I'm sure it'll...
And it's difficult. It's difficult
because... It doesn't come with some doubt, does it?
Yes. From our perspective, we're like, okay, let me show my history, my degrees, my work experience,
it's almost resume like, but here it's a connection in spirit first.
Extremely, That's
very important.
So when people ask us, okay, I want to come, but how do I connect? And to me, it's from the U.S. perspective, I know what they're talking about, but it doesn't translate.
It doesn't.
It does not translate. The only way it translates is just like you did. You have to come here, spend that time, spend a little bit of time. Some people think that it's fruitless. But I'm like, no, that's where you're going to win, because we get people that say, I just want to come there and just start. And I'm like, well, if you're going to do that, it sounds like if you wanted me to translate it, it's for you to come here on a tour, see it for yourself, spend some time, and then you will start to come up with, you know, hey, I'm meeting good people.
You know what's really interesting about what you just described, that whole perspective is not African, of just coming here to be a tourist. That is what we've been taught, and I understand that. I won't get in, and you talk about degrees. You know, I have 4 degrees. You know, so what we learn academically. Now I will say some of the things that I've learned in my Morehouse experience. You know, I got my 2 masters and a PhD, but those experiences can't compare to the kind of exposure. I always say exposures over education, and I say that not to flaunt that I have 4 degrees. I say that because that's what I really mean. When my travels and exposures, and especially exposures to the African diaspora or to understanding what being more Afro-centered is the things that really sustain me, because the educational system in America is failing us. Every other system in America right now is I won't even get into that because I'm gonna keep it positive, because I'm here on the motherland.
That's right.
But I will say that what you just described is that there's no other way to, and I'm gonna definitely agree with you, there's no other way to experience it or understand it except you come here.
That's it.
Because I can preach, teach, you know, do everything, you know, but the exposure, the experience to immerse yourself in a culture that I believe is more appropriately who you are as an African American, as an African, is something that can't be necessarily taught. It has to be experienced, or like the old preacher used to say, it can't be taught, it has to be caught. You know, and so that's why I come as often as I can. And that's why, you know, eventually, over time, will gradually make my way here, and just to prepare a way and a place for my family and those who want to see.
And I will say that South Africans, especially, because I can vouch for them as I'm gonna say South African.
You know, that's that English influence Southern, but I got you.
You got to say it. You got to say it just to put emphasis on it. That, you know, South Africans are like you, but you chose us. You chose.
I love that.
You chose us. You know. That's wonderful, and they put that in high regards, and I put it in high regards now. Before I didn't think much of it, but now since I've been here so long, and I kind of fellowship with these, you know, with the South Africans most of the time, you know, when people choose to be here, I mean, that means a lot, and then we try to do extra.
And it's valued.
Exactly, it means a lot to me.
But it definitely means, like you said, it you know, means a lot to them, and they're so gracious about it. They're so great, civil, gracious, kind. Like, I mean, these words, I'm not throwing them out. Just because I really mean that, because, and I think it's amplified. And you see, you've been living here for a while, but brother, I think it's amplified.
I feel it every day.
Right.
Every single day.
But and so it is. You start to acclimate to that, which I believe is more of who we are, and in the African diaspora, and more human and more humane, which is. It's amplified though when you come here from America, because we don't get that, and you know, you can attest to that. You know, I'm always going to be respected, but it's always based on some type of
credential.
Exactly, one of those degrees, some association, some accomplishment, versus me just being a black man.
That's it.
And that's the big difference, and it is a big difference.
Well, lastly, I know we talked about a lot of things and whatnot. So, what do you think should motivate those that are watching this video, those in the diaspora, to form a relationship with Africa? And I'm not just meaning not just South Africa, but Africa. Because we got people that are like,
Ghana's usually.
I want Ghana. I want Rwanda.
I'll be in Ghana in January.
And I advocate for anything in Africa. Anything in Africa over the relationship that they have built in the U.S., that toxic one that they're sitting on right now. So again, what would you say to these people to form a relationship with Africa?
Wow, you know it's difficult.
I know. So I knew that from the start.
You knew that from the start. That's the question, because
you got a PhD. So.
I got to figure it out. I would say work very hard internally to get over the fear, the doubt about what you have been indoctrinated with and shown, to just take a step of faith and watch what catches you, watch what I believe is more into your authentic, historical, and ancestral self.
Mm-hmm.
We don't hear this a lot. We haven't been taught this.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that there's a strength in that kind of connection, in taking that first step of faith, in saying, I may have to go into my savings just to get that exposure, because you can't put a monetary value on it. It sounds like a lot. I know when you send out your packages, it may be a few $1,000s, but
what you're getting is way beyond.
Right, but I you can't even put it on the same metric.
Yeah.
One is measurable, one you can quantify with dollars, but what you get is immeasurable.
Yeah.
It's invaluable, right?
Yeah.
So in that way, first of all, I would say this, try to look at Real South Africa on YouTube, but also try to surround yourself with people who have that awareness and exposure.
Yeah.
Because their words will combat, I think, a lot of the misinformation that we have been not just received, but we've been indoctrinated. So that's why it's not easy, because it's so, I believe, now a part of our psyche, our personal psyche, our social psyche. Like how we see the world has been colored and orchestrated and defined by the oppressor. Let me just talk like I want to talk. And in that way, we don't even really know. And so it's a way that it has been, we've been indoctrinated that these are the chances or the glimmers of hope or the opportunities for us to really get to know.
Yeah.
And that's why the work that you do is important. It's work that you do. It's a business, I get it, but I also see it as a ministry.
Exactly. I've been approached that way as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we really appreciate the fact that Will has dropped about 10 pounds of knowledge on you guys that you can easily pick up from a Morehouse man. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell a Morehouse man, but you can't tell us much.
No, it's important that I say that, because I know the significance in the U.S. culture.
In the U.S.,
we know the significance, so I'm not.
They even know it here.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to play it down.
No, they even know it here.
So if I get an opportunity to have a conversation, I'm going to do that.
Yes, indeed.
And whatnot. So, all right, guys.
Thank you, brother.
We will see you.
All right. Yes, sir. Good brother.
What an incredible night, guys. This was so much fun. I mean, who doesn't want to walk down the red carpet? I mean, that was something that I really wasn't expecting, but we were in VIP, so it was definitely something that was welcomed. And I guess for the most part for me, just being able to be there, see the beautiful ladies, see all of the contestants, and understand their depth was something that I really wasn't expecting, because it's been so long, like I said, since I've been to a pageant. But everyone was so lovely, so beautiful, and the lady that helped me with my dress, I can't thank her enough. And I want to thank everyone for the compliments on the dress and the hair. And it was just it was just a really good time. I mean, trust me, shopping for a dress is not something that a lot of us want to do unless we have to, but I had a really good time going dress shopping. So the night was warm. It actually wasn't chilly at all, and it was just really, really a great, energetic atmosphere overall. I mean, look at that handsome man. That's my husband. I'm so proud of that. So I stopped and take a pose. It was lovely. It really, really was. I mean, you can't ask for a better night. When we're thinking about pageants, we don't really think about the people that are going to watch to look as lovely as they did. But everyone there, from the contestants to the people that were there to spectate, looked absolutely amazing. And it was just nice to be a part of the whole situation and know that we blended in just fine. The VIP section was one of those sections where it was very, very light. Everyone was in a good mood. All the ladies were complimenting each other. I was like Black Girl Magic, top to bottom. The guys looked amazing. Even they were complimenting each other. I mean, it was definitely a situation where when you look at all the melanin in that room, everyone was definitely star-studded absolutely dazzling. So I just, really felt good about being able to be there. And I will admit that the pageant was not my idea. It was actually Mark's idea, and I'm so thankful that he was, conscious enough to say he wanted to go. I think the idea came from a pageant we had actually attended, some time ago, but it really wasn't this, regal. But this is definitely one of the ones I will say when it's time to go again, I will absolutely be there to enjoy all the festivities. Because at the end of all of this, what I really, really liked was the plate of ribs and all the food that they gave you, from sushi to ribs to chicken. Like, they really made sure after you watched a 2-3 hour show that you were fed properly. And that they had drinks on tap, lovely gin and tonics. I had a vodka tonic, something a little bit different, but they had everything you needed right there. And you can't ask for anything more than that. You really, really can't. So when we're at the show, the people that were there, the fact that they were so loose and felt so good dancing, they literally walked down the stairs to the dance floor to dance when the people were entertaining. The music was great. The DJ, I can't think of his name, but he was definitely a good DJ. I mean, everyone was singing, dancing, black and white. And that's the part that I really like about South Africa, because everyone comes together when it comes to music and when it comes to the unity of the country, when it comes to support. This is what they do. I mean, look at that. That is magic all day long. And yes, that's me screaming because, I was excited too. The winner was hands down probably the best choice. She was lovely. She's from Limpopo, which of course is one of Mark's favorite provinces. But for the most part, it was just a lovely, lovely evening. I actually can say for sure that I would do it again. I'd put a dress on again. I'd get all dolled up just to be in an energetic atmosphere just like that one. So it was incredible. It was absolutely fun. And I thank you guys for watching and being a part of this with us. And the next time we go, we will take you along with us. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you here when the time comes in sunny South Africa. Enjoy. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.